it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are ready to see the next Everyday Explorers Mini Book Makers Club kit. This is number 6. I cannot believe we are on number 6, but this is 6 and it is called Favorites. I am very excited to do the topic that I chose. I picked this topic right away and then I decided, let me think about it. And so I thought about it, and then I kind of talked it over with my friend Veronica, and I was like, yeah, I'm sticking with this theme. So before I tell you my theme right here, I'm going to show you what's in the kit. The cover is green with like a mustard spine, and then you open it up and you have almost a square, but not quite. I measured it at 3.75 width and 3 for the height. And then at the very end, you have kind of a collage page like you did in the first and second mini books with the pep talks and the vacation. So you have that, and then you have a great quote card. Sometimes the smallest things take up the most space in our hearts. 2 awesome sheets of tags, and the color scheme this month is very bright and bold. I really like that because it goes with the theme of favorites. So I really like that. And then you have some stickers, lots of circles, current favorite, the best, current favorite, love this. Then a bunch of washi tape stickers. And then some more. There's several that say childhood favorite, instant mood booster. Lots of great variety in those stickers. Okay, so the last part of this kit is obviously the stamp set, and this is another great stamp set to use. So you have, this is a new favorite, this never fails to make me smile, the best ever, OMG, this makes me happy, instant mood booster, childhood favorite. So lots of great phrases to document your favorites. And of course, Christine goes out of her way to make a little zine, and there is 50 prompts for you if you want to document yourself and all your favorites, and she even gives you some sketches for designing some of your pages. And since I had already done a Me, Myself, and I book, I decided to go with this theme of favorites, and I'm really excited, like I said, to put it together. I decided to do family favorites. So I'm going to open with a family selfie, and then I'm going to do a page for each of us, and then I have a set of questions that we all answered. So I'll do a page for each of us. And then I picked out some selfies throughout this year, and so far I have winter, spring, summer. I don't have fall because we haven't entered fall, but I'll leave a space for it. And then I'll do some other topics. I printed out siblings is the topic I'm gonna do, and I got one photo of their favorite activity together. I have some photo strips, and I'll probably put them on one side of the page and document some of their moments together. So I picked out a lot of pictures to use, but this is just what I'm starting with. And so I am gonna get ready, get my inks out, and I will switch over to voiceover.
All right, so I'm going to make the title opening page, and it's going to be very simple. I'm going to use a family photo I took during a week in the life, and then I'll add in 2 sticker washies, one at the top left and one at the bottom. And then I'm going to stamp Can't Live Without, and I prepped it with my sand eraser, and then I stamped it, and then I'll fussy cut it out. Also going to stamp my favorite people. So it's kind of can't live without my favorite people. And so I'll put that phrase down at the bottom, and then that's it. And I will move on to the next pages. The next pages, like I said, are going to be documenting my family and their favorites. And I asked them all a series of questions, and then I had to figure out how I wanted to document that. But first, I am stamping a few different stamp color inks that I wanted to see matched this kit. I found several that worked, so I'm very excited about that. Okay, so I took this photo of my husband when he needed it for a soccer coach photo, so it kind of looks like a mugshot, but it was pretty much the only picture I could find that he's not like making some ridiculous face, so I had to go with it. I decided to go with yellow, and then it sounds funny, but I put number 1 because he's the firstborn in the family. And then also I was just thinking of going in birth order. So he's the first one, then I'm second, and then my son, or our son, and then our daughter. So I don't know, the feminist in me wants to say, don't put number 1, but I put number 1, and then, because there's 4 of us. And then I put the 1 through 6 for the questions, and then the questions are going to be color, school, subject, food, and then show, family activity. And then I have a funny question for number 6. What insect would you eat to get off the island? So as you can see, I put the questions in a Tombow marker, and then I just filled out everything with a pen. And my husband actually went with an ant, that he would eat an ant. I decide at the end, once I got all the answers filled in, that I wanted to put one more stamped phrase up in the top left corner. And this ink is actually an Allie Edwards ink called Honeyman, and it works perfectly for this kit. So I did love this up in the corner, and then I had to figure out how I wanted to kind of decorate the bottom portion, since I was pretty much done with what I wanted to add to the page. So I decided to use some washi tape, and then the third strip that I used for my husband's is brown. I'm not quite sure why I used brown, to be honest. I don't know. Now it reminds me of a bear. And I mean, my husband is kind of like a bear, so I guess it works. I'm going to move on to my page now, and I'm going to do pinks and purples for my page. And I'll do the same design, and up at the top I'll use a love this sticker, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp OMG, this makes me happy. It has like a smiley face at the bottom, but I am going to cut that off because I didn't want it to hang over my head. Also going to stamp the arrows in the same direction as my husband's page, and then stamp yay for the end of the page on the top left, just like I did on my husband's page. So I'm just going to cut that out and then adhere them down, and then I will start to write out the questions and also stamp with the calendar stamp, the 1 through 6. That calendar stamp is so versatile. So for my color, in case you're curious, I did green, and then my school subject is English or history. And then food is Mexican, especially salsa and chips. Oh my goodness, I eat so much of that stuff. Show is Jane the Virgin. Family activity is anything outside. And what insect would I eat to get off the island? Well, I'd pick an ant, just because I'm following along with my other 3 people. And surprisingly, all 3 of my other family members picked ant, which was really weird, but that's what they all picked. So that was definitely interesting. And then I will finish up this spread of mine by adding in the washi tape. So I did a nice big thick pink one, then a purple one, and then a pink arrow one. And then I will move on to the photo of my son. Now, I didn't stamp the number 2 because at this point, I think I had realized that I had lost the pound sign, like it had vanished off my desk. So I'm going to have to come back and do that later at some other point. So I have this photo of my son being a goofball after a haircut. I'm going to do the same kind of design as his dad and do a circle sticker up there. But then I do the arrows a different direction, and I just decided that works because they're the kids, so they can have arrows going a different way. I did add the 2, but not the pound sign, because that was missing at this point. It didn't show up for like 40 minutes, I think. So I just skipped a little space for the pound sign. And then I adhered down the 3 because it did not stamp very well. And then I will put down the 1 through 6. And for this page, I did not use the Tombow. I didn't have one that matched very well, so I just used a Papermate flare. And of course, my son said his favorite subject was recess. And he said family activity is going to the lake, or family recess when we're all outside. And his favorite show is, of course, a YouTuber, B. Ford Lancer 48. So just going with that. And then I found some really great washi tape that coordinated with the sticker up at the top and the different stamp inks that I used. So I just put those down, and then I can move on to the next page. The next page is going to be my daughter. She is the only one with like an outside picture, but it totally fits her personality and it works. I'm going to go with blues for her page, and I did a love this sticker just like I did for my page, and I also did the arrows going the same way as her brothers. So siblings have it going one way and adults have it going the other way, and that's just fine. I also stamped a circle type stamp just like I did for my page, and I did my current favorite, love this. And then she will be number 4 because she completes our family. And I had to stamp the 4 several times because it was not coming clean. Like I've mentioned many times, you have to make sure the stamps are really clean when you use these scrapbook.com inks. I stamped the 1 through 6, and then I will use another Tombow to write out the questions, and then I will fill them in. So her favorite food, she kind of was really sassy about the food because she's like, what are you asking me? Are you asking me about a fruit? Because that would be strawberries. But if you're asking me like food, then that would be bagel. And she just cracks me up. She says the funniest thing. And then she said, for her very scientific answer for insect, to get off the island, she would do an ant because ants are really small and they have lots of predators. So I guess in her mind, it makes it okay to eat them. So that's the answer she gave me. And then I will add in the 3 strips of washi tape, and I will then add in the pound sign because eventually I find it. I don't know where I found it, but it was stuck in somewhere. You know, that happens. Sometimes when stamps are flying, things just get stuck places. So there you go. I've got these pages all done and an awesome start to my book. And I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing another mini book makers club come to life. And I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.